This is Suspenders Unbuttoned podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Julie.
Join us for unbuttoned and unedited conversations.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Suspenders Unbuttoned podcast. My name is Sarah.
And I'm Julie, and we're excited to welcome back Andrew Walker. Welcome back, Andrew.
Hello. Thank you very much. Good to be back. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. Thanks for making some time for us tonight.
Of course. Thank you.
Of course. You good? Did your phone fall?
Good. For all those of you that are watching, I'm glad I'm in good company because Nikki DeLoach seems to be technologically a little deficient.
I think you're killing it. You're killing it.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Thank you, girls. Thank you.
You're making it work. So hey, you've got 2 Christmas movies coming out.
I do have 2 Christmas movies coming out. Honestly, it's an incredible year for Hallmark in general. I think this holiday season is poised to be like one of the best countdown to Christmases, and rightfully so. It's their 15th anniversary, and so they've got a lot of really big talent and also some incredible partnerships, with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
I don't know if people know about that movie coming out, but
with Tyler, possibly. Mama Kelsey.
that's it.
Dr. Dane.
But I have my little movies too, and one of them is with Ashley Williams, who is incredible, and we have been wanting to work together for a while, and just to get together on this movie was, I think, the perfect story for us to jump into, and in doing this foray of us being together in a movie, which is basically it's The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
But Christmas.
But Hallmark.
The Jingle Bell Run.
Exactly. And actually, it's perfect timing. It's kind of like Jonathan Bennett's Streamer as well.
Yeah.
Like Finding Mr. Christmas.
Right.
So it's just, these 2 complete opposite people, which I love. Ashley plays an elementary school teacher in it. Mm-hmm. And little ode to teachers out there and this is one of our biggest fan bases is teachers and nurses, and so just awesome to do a movie about a teacher coming out of her comfort zone, and then an ex NHL hockey player who is still trying to hold on to every last bit of his fame, and he doesn't really know who he is without this, without being in the limelight and being the man of the hour. So these two people come together and get partnered up, and each one has their own strengths, and love comes after. But it's a really fun movie, and we had this amazing director named Lucy Guest. It's actually funny enough the first time I've ever worked with a female director on a Hallmark movie. Actually, really? in my life. Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
I've been,
which is why Ashley's program is so important.
Absolutely. No, it's timely for sure. And Lucy brought such a steady hand and a vision, a very specific vision, but she allowed us to really play and just had such a great demeanor on set. Sometimes you work with some male directors and there's just a little more testosterone, and they can pop off if things aren't going their way. But Lucy just had this beautiful way about her she was just like the whisperer, the set whisperer, where she would just kind of everything was okay, and we're going to get through the days. These, as I'm sure talking to a lot of the actors, as you two do, you know that these days are short,
right?
And it's 15 days, 12-hour days. We don't go a minute over 12 hours, and so I think all of that is a recipe for a really great movie. And Ashley and I had a great time shooting it, and she's so smart. You know, she's such a smart actress, and everyone sees Ashley's, you know, larger than life, vibrant personality, but she can, her dramatic skills are unbelievable. Like, she brought it on a couple days, and so much depth to her, and it was amazing being her friend and watching her perform as well, being in the scene with her, and just really being so, you know, blown away you know, being in the moment with her. And then you have you break from the scene, and then you kind of catch yourself like, Ashley, that was incredible what you just pulled off right there. And so hats off to her. And then three wiser men and a boy.
And a boy, yes.
Yeah.
That's great. Hey, I'm gonna ask some questions about Jingle Bell Run. I'm actually excited about this big Amazing Race fan since, you know, season 1. So I kind of love the premise behind this. So Wes, your character is a sports guy. I'm just loving that so much because you are known at my house by the guys at my house as the sports guy.
Really?
That's right. I forgot that story.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Hey, sports guy is on. I'm just gonna be like, that's gonna be the best. But so in this movie, how did these two end up like on a team? Like, how does that happen?
Well, normally on this show, and I don't know what they're going to call it now, because originally the movie was called 12 Clues of Christmas, but so normally on the reality TV show, it's only one single contestants.
Mm-hmm.
But in this version this year, I guess there was too many contestants, and they decided, they're like, this year we're going to pair people up, kind of throw a little wrench, you know, in the way we normally do things. And so I was sure that I was just going to be on my own, and I wanted to be on my own because I thought that I could just do everything.
Win then.
I could win it, and I have, you know, like major, you know, competitive spirit, and but little did I know, a lot of it was, there was a lot of analytical stuff, and so Ashley helped with all of that, and so the two of us are just like a combo not to be messed with. And so we started realizing this about each other a little ways through the movie, and so we became the team to beat.
Team to beat.
Okay, I love that. So tell us, what about it, other than it's happening around Christmas time, but what really gives it the Christmas feeling, the Hallmark Christmas feeling that we all love?
Well, it's Jingle Bell Run, so every single thing in the competition is all Christmas.
Right.
So it's very similar to what you're going to see in Jonathan Bennett's show, and so yeah, we're having to crack as many nuts as we possibly can, and we have to. One of the competitions, or one of the contests, is actually ice hockey. You have to shoot the puck and hit some bullseyes, and so
Twist your arm to do that, huh?
Well, I wasn't the one that I couldn't do that one, so Ashley I had to coach her through that one, and she had never played hockey before. And so you're going to get all the Christmas feels. It's an abundance of Christmas in this movie, and there's actually some stuff, like we're hitting Christmas piñatas, and it takes you all throughout the U.S. We're in Santa Fe, we're in Chicago, where else do we go? We start in St. Louis, I think it's St. Louis, but we start with many different cities, and so we're bringing you all throughout the U.S. while doing these Christmas competitions.
That's
kind of fun.
Yeah.
Do you give like a little nod to that area too, about the things that are happening there?
Absolutely, we do. Yeah.
Yeah, people are going to love that.
Did you have a favorite part of the country that you went through? Like, what was your favorite one?
Well, I I've gone up to Albuquerque, New Mexico a lot. Really close girlfriend of my wife and mine, and my wife and I, we have some homes that we rent out there, and so randomly, and and so I go to Santa Fe a decent amount, and
Mhm.
so and Santa Fe, for those of you that haven't been there, it's really special place, and so to be playing like we were in Santa Fe was great because we were hitting that was the hitting of the piñatas and
Yeah.
stuff like that down there. So, um, yeah, I love that part of the country. It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah, nice.
unique. It's you don't get anything like Santa Fe anywhere else in the country, right? It's like very specific. It's like
Right.
it's almost like a Star Wars, a world in Star Wars because it's all like like all the Adobe style homes and stuff
Mhm.
like that. And so we were shooting in Vancouver, so we didn't get any Adobe style
Yeah.
homes, but they did find this one house on a cul-de-sac, and this couple had the gentleman who owned it. He was in his they were both in their late 70s at this point, but this point in their life, but he loved Spain, and when he built his house, originally they built this house, it was like 40 plus years ago, and it was farmland all around his home, and he built an Adobe style Spanish villa, and the place is still the exact same as when he built it. And they told us the story actually. They had lost a whole lot of money in the stock market, and so they started selling off parcels of land around their
Mhm.
home. So there's all these modern homes around
Mhm.
their home now, and it's in a cul-de-sac in an area that we shoot a lot of these Hallmark movies in. And so just to be in this home and to feel like we were, in Santa Fe somewhere or in Spain, was really neat. I mean, that was the most fun for me. And it was a collector's home. These people had so many collector's items in there. It was like a museum.
Wow. I love
Um,
hearing those little stories. Yeah. Because now when we're watching that scene, we're gonna be like, oh my gosh, these people. Yeah. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's their house. It's a fun connection, fun thing to watch for in the movie. Yeah, that's super fun. Uh so this competition, when you're doing it in the movie, is it over multiple days, lots of days, or is it quick, like over a week or
Every single day Ashley and I showed up to work, we were like we should have had an Apple Watch or something to count our steps, because the minute we left the makeup trailer, it was us with backpacks running, yelling at each other, and and doing a different contest of some sort. And it was just,
so
yeah,
you
there
were
was
actually in the Amazing Race, honestly, right?
we
The
were
Jingle
actually in the
Bell
Amazing
Run.
Race. Yeah, we were actually in the Amazing Race.
You guys should just apply for the next round on the show.
We
The
should
Jingle
actually.
Bell Run. You could wear Jingle Bell Run like
The
gear
jackets. Did
and
you see the post I
I
did the other
did.
Yes.
day? So
Yes.
those are our jackets that we're wearing in the movie, the whole movie. We could just wear those jackets.
That's perfect.
Those
Yeah.
jackets are spectacular. I think I had one of those a long time ago, not to Jingle Bell Run, but that same style jacket.
Yeah, I know, eh?
Goes around, comes around.
Well, yeah. I think everybody's wearing those again. What are they called? Not a
Like
bomber jacket. Oh well.
like
No.
Varsity jacket?
varsity jacket. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like a
Something like that.
varsity jacket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but are
Pretty
yours
sure.
shiny? Were they shiny?
Yeah, ours were shiny. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very 80s. Very 80s.
It's a cool look. Actually, I didn't hate it. I liked it. Every day I put that jacket on, I felt like I was doing something.
Did you keep it?
I didn't keep it.
No.
Sad.
I think that I forget why we didn't keep them. There was a reason why we didn't keep them. Ashley might have taken hers. I don't know. She can do things like that. I can't do things like that.
I also feel like, how much stuff can you take from set? How much?
You know, back in the extreme lean years, I would try to take everything that I could, because I would like I don't know when I'm going to work again. I need clothes on my back here, and so But now, yeah, no, I don't, you, yeah, I don't take. You also, there's something about like taking too much. You don't
Yeah.
need all this stuff, you
Right.
know. But
Right.
I do really, I love taking specific items and then using them. Like last year, we raised $10,000+ for the Dance to End Alzheimer's
Yeah.
last year, and I had just given away a whole bunch of clothes that I'd worn in movies, and
Yeah.
so people
Right.
just auction. I auctioned them out,
Yeah.
and that's honestly that's what I do now. I love
Yeah.
just using them to generate some money for a
Charity.
charity for
Yeah.
Right.
fundraising.
And the
We love
fans
that.
love that. Yeah, they love the reasoning behind it, and then to have a little piece of their movie history.
Yeah.
People like that. Let's talk about Three Wiser Men and a Boy, because that is very anticipated. So this takes place 5 years later. So tell us a little bit about where we're going to pick up in the story.
Yeah, we're picking up. It's Thomas is 6 years old now, and we're all at a different place in our life. Stefan is seemingly has like everything together. He's written a book now about how to manage anxiety. Um, his relationship is really serious. Tyler is probably the most optically the most broken. He's like in a worse place.
Mhm.
Find out pretty soon that he's in a worser place. Um, he's trying to sell a game, can't sell the game, but Tyler's character is the most brilliant of the bunch. So he's like he's getting offers, but he's also got the biggest ego, So he's like he's getting offers for the game, but he just doesn't want to take it because he feels so passionately about
Mhm.
the quality of the game that he built. So he's working out of his office as a coffee shop, and he's basically getting kicked out of the coffee shop now. And then and Luke is now the fire chief,
Yeah.
and he is full blown living. He's got he's living the dream.
Mhm.
He's got his wife now. Thomas is 6 years old. He's the chief. Things look pretty good on paper, but as it happens, being a parent, time flies by, and you kind of lose your identity. As who you actually are. Like, who am I? Andrew. I have a 9-year-old and a 4-year-old boys, and 9 years have just flown by like this, and
Right.
I'm dad, and I've like so Luke is like he's dad, and he's lost his identity of who he like thought he was, and
Right.
or what he was trying to hold on to in the past, and has a bit of has a tough time kind of realizing this, and he sees being the chief now. There's these new recruits coming in, and one in particular is kind of he would be him back
Mhm.
15 years ago. He's lifting more in the gym. He's doing, and there's some scenes that I think aren't making this first cut, but there's some in a potential other cut that they're going to show, like the extended, if they do another extended, that you'll see more of this story develop. But yeah, so we're all in different places now in our life, and ultimately what happens is Thomas has a Christmas play that he is putting on, and my brothers just ruin everything within 10 minutes of showing up one day to drop some cookies off and pick Thomas up. And they the play, they they flip everything upside down. Like they poison the lead actress. There's a sequence of events that happen where a coffee spills. Paul throws his hands up. then there's this like domino effect. It was pretty brilliant of what happened. Like this domino effect. I didn't think that they were going to be capable of doing something this big with the budget that we have and everything. And they pulled it off, man. It was incredible to watch. But it was like 7 different things that happen along the way that you just stand there and watch it as the play just gets destroyed. And the director of the play just says, "I'm done. I've had it. I'm over it." And this guy's brilliant, great actor. It's a really funny scene. And I walk in and I'm like, "What just happened?" And basically, Stefan and Taylor are standing there going,
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. So we are put to the task of putting the play on for Thomas, and we are not going to say no, and we do everything in our power to get this play back up and running, but minus the lead actress and then multiple other students. Their parents say no. I don't want you guys doing this play with those three guys. But we have a core group that are our cheerleaders, and so we that's the movie basically. You're gonna watch us try to get this play going, and then the 3 different love stories along the way. But really, this movie, the heart of it, like the first one, it's a shout out to moms. It's a shout out to parents, but really to moms, and Luke realizes how much his wife does when he's gone, and like it's not all about him, and it's
Right.
this is like there's Margaret Collin again is
She's so good.
She's
Yeah.
so good.
powerhouse. She has one speech in this movie, guys. Paul cried every single time she said this speech. I felt like I had to pay an admission to watch her do this speech. She was unbelievable, and so again, just a shout out to moms and to what it takes, the sacrifices that you all make to hold the household together and do what you do, make it look so easy.
Right.
And it's not. It is the most difficult thing in the world to be a mother.
Yes, it is.
It's a busy time, and I mean that as a dad too. Like it's interesting that you said it's like, what is my identity? I'm the dad, right? I think that's something that so many people can relate to.
Yes.
At this point, I'm gonna say we run into people when we're out and about at restaurants, and my husband will go, "Who is that?" And I'll go like, "Oh, that's so and so's parents." Like literally, that's their dad, their mom. Like, wait, what are their names again?
Yeah. It's like being at the dog park, Bear and
Fluffy
Fluffy and yeah, exactly. But you don't know their parents. Yeah, you're like,
names are, I don't know, but it's bad when like none of our kids are with us anymore because our kids are young adults, and then there we are. We're like, okay, wait, what are your names?
That's it. Yeah.
That I relate to that, Julie. That happened to us really recently. We had no idea
what their names were. You're just like,
it's like too late to ask.
Yeah, exactly.
So many things together. No, I think that people are going to
all just wear like name tags forevermore. Whenever we're at like any gathering with our kids, and we like put ourselves in a really tough place now because we moved to Vancouver temporarily.
Okay.
And so I'm back in LA right now, but we moved to Vancouver temporarily. So now West and Wolf have a whole new other set of parents and friends. And I just started learning after 2 years all of the parents' names and I'm like, okay, and the nannies' names and stuff like that. Right? Now I have to do it all over again. So yeah.
It's one of the biggest hurdles of parenthood now.
Temporary in Vancouver?
Pardon me?
Just temporary up in Vancouver?
Temporarily up in Vancouver. Yeah. Yeah, because of mainly because I'm up there all the time, and I don't spend enough time with my boys.
Yeah.
The Curious Caterer series as well. We have a few more that we'll be shooting, and so I knew that at least 2 of those were happening.
Yep.
And also, we just wanted to get out of LA for a minute. We just wanted to go live in the woods and
Mhm.
ski and just have just kind of like, just downshift a little bit.
Yeah.
We entertain all the time in LA. We're always out and about doing things, and so now we, take some time for ourselves and just breathe some fresh air and
Change
Sounds
of venue for a little bit.
hang out in nature.
Yeah. No, I love that. And especially like you do so much shooting up there, like so much is filmed up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. I get that. So
Yes.
what's your favorite thing about doing a sequel when you're doing like Three Wise Men and Three Wiser Men and a Boy?
Wiser men. We don't really get an opportunity to revisit things in this world that we work in, and so just to go deeper into who Luke is and the complexity. I mean, people are super people are super complex in general. Like there's so much. I'm still learning stuff about my wife. It's like I've been with her for 20 years, so to be able to revisit somebody just gives you, and it's also the way people treat you and other information that you find out from other characters that are being introduced to the storyline. It's just pulling back the layers, and just kind of understanding, getting to go deeper into who this person is. So
Right.
it's great. It's a great opportunity. I love this opportunity too, to do it with Luke is awesome.
Right.
Do you think there's room for another one someday down the line?
I think that Paul, Tyler, and I have want to stop. No, okay. I was gonna be like, we want to stop working with each other. I think that
Nobody believes that.
we'd be the best actors, eh?
No one believes that.
Yeah. I think that we want to continue working together in any capacity. I just don't know if it's the Wise Men. I don't know. It's like, it's tough to let alone do a sequel, to do a third one.
Yeah.
And there's something beautiful about just kind of leaving things imperfect in a way. And it is perfect in so many ways when this movie ends, but there should be still some left for the imagination. And I think like it can get stale after a while seeing the same thing. So maybe we flip it on its head and we do something completely different that people wouldn't expect, but I can say that you potentially, I mean, there's many people that decide these things that aren't us, but we want to work together more, in any capacity. So maybe we'll be working at your local coffee shop and, be pouring you guys coffee if that's what it takes, but we'll work together.
I love that. It'll probably be a scene in a movie that you're working at a coffee shop. The sheer number of businesses run out of coffee shops in Hallmark movies is so impressive to me. Anyway,
it is bakeries, coffee shops,
Yes.
all the things that give you the warm, fuzzy feeling.
You can run a full business, or you can be a lawyer, or you can be a doctor while sitting in the coffee shop.
That's true. That's true. I think the big question, though, Andrew, is: are we getting another mirror scene?
Mirror scene? What's that? What's that?
I just remember being at the opening, and the crowd went wild.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when we watched it was you weren't there. It was at Ramen Drama.
Yeah, in Chicago.
Yes.
It was noisy in the room.
It was very noisy in the room.
Those 4 seconds. Do you know how much work went into those 4 seconds? I dieted, and I don't want to say diet. I had very specific nutrition.
Yeah.
And I was working out like crazy for those 4 to 5 seconds. So would I want to do that again? You know what? Look, Luke is in a completely different place in this movie. He is not supposed to be in the best shape of his life. It just so happened that I actually was probably in the best shape of my life when we were shooting this. Uh, so I just felt like if we were to do a mirror scene again, and this is something Paul Tyler and I talked about on set, like, so the movie does start with a mirror scene, but are you going to potentially root for Luke if he takes his shirt off and he's all like fit and he's and he's all put together? No, you want to, like, he's a broken man a bit. Luke is 6 years. It's 5 years have passed. He's broken down a bit. Like, he's not in a great place. He's trying to hold on to the old Luke, to the image that he had in his head of who he used to be, but he's not that guy anymore. So you're not going to get it in this movie, but it makes up for it in another movie that I just did. So you'll get a mirror scene in another movie I did.
Well, I like the fact that it's mirroring where he is in life.
Right.
Now. Yeah.
Right.
Perfect.
Tell us more of the story. So in another movie, and then that's not the Jingle Bell Run movie, or is that the Jingle Bell Run?
That's not the Jingle Bell Run.
Oh,
movie.
so you have more stuff coming along.
I have more stuff coming along. Yes. Yep. Yeah. It was a busy year. It was a very busy year.
I feel like you've all had a very busy year, and now all the events coming up. I just saw you at the Jingle Bus tour or Jingle Bus stop. Then you have the cruise coming up, and then Hallmark Christmas Experience weekend 2. So, and Christmas Con, I think. So you have a lot going on.
It's a lot going on. Yeah. And it's a shame, Rama Drama didn't happen in Georgia.
We were going to be there, but
I feel so bad for those girls too. And, they've been trying to get this event up and running for a few years now, and they finally had it all put together. And so my heart goes out to them,
right,
and Gabrielle. But hopefully we get another date on the books at some point next year for for another, time it around something big. And because there was a lot of people that were going to come to that can't come to these other events. So
yes,
right.
I have no doubt that they will come back with something amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, look, you just got to keep coming back, right? Life gives you lemons, make lemonade, right?
Yeah,
we know that we're good at making lemonade. Sometimes you just gotta, mix it up, re-squeeze a fresh batch.
That's it.
And then off you go, right?
Yeah.
But you have a lot of fan events. We're kind of laughing. It's like the most fan events so close together we've ever seen.
It's incredible. The marketing communications team, PR team at Hallmark, they've made it a point the past 2-3 years to get us together a lot more and to offer up these fan experiences, which I think is amazing, because they saw originally when these women came in, Annie Howell, Shayna Ray Julian, Maureen Barrett, Alice, a lot of the PR team there. They came to, a few of them came to Christmas Con, and they were like, wow, this is pretty incredible. We never, just as the actors did, we never really realized that this is the impact we're making on people's lives. Like, I was so surprised after that first Christmas Con 6 years ago. I couldn't believe the people that were coming over to my table and the stories that I was being told about what brought Hallmark into their home and how they were introduced to me and what they were going through when they were introduced to me and Hallmark. So they've taken it upon themselves to give fans what they want, and also it's just allowed us so much more time to spend with each other, and we love each other.
Right.
We're such great friends. We actually have too good a time together.
Right.
My voice is still shot a bit from this Christmas tour that we were doing. It's just like we're just dancing and laughing and having a great time. So, it's a really exciting year, and you know, to be to have it be the 15th countdown to Christmas as well, the anniversary, um, and we're doing a lot more stuff in Kansas City. We never did stuff in Kansas City before.
Right. Right.
Started the heart and soul of where this whole brand was.
Yeah.
And you'll be there weekend too, right? So
I'll be there weekend too. I just posted like 3 seconds before we got onto this live as well. I forgot to press, post on it, but
yeah.
post. But yeah, so I'm weekend two, and but 2 good weekends. A lot of great, really good talent coming to both weekends. Same with the cruise,
Right.
and
yeah, Hallmark's actually got 4 weekends for that Hallmark experience.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We'll be at weekend 3.
4 weekends. They have
4
4.
weekends. We'll be at weekend 3.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's 4 weekends. I think
First,
they're
the
all
weekend
sold out
of
for
after
individual
Thanksgiving.
tickets.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's the best marketing as well, because these fan events and like our Christmas tour, it goes viral. Like we all post, like Aaron Cahill will post something and then I'll repost, and then, and then someone else will post, and then it'll get picked up from a story and this and that. We just keep like rolling. Everyone saw this Christmas tour. They got a glimpse into all of our lenses of like what each individual person was doing and stuff throughout this whole week. And I think it's just so great for Hallmark, and to be, for people to see what Hallmark is doing right now in the capacity they're doing it in and how tasteful they are. And it's like, this is an elite network. They're making it known that they are up there with the best of the best networks, and they always have been, and now after this year's Christmas movies, I think they're going to really solidify their, being the reigning champion, not only for the holidays, but just for content in general.
Yeah.
Just their movies. They do great movies. They put together awesome movies, and it goes to show with the people that they're hiring to work in these movies. And I just spent this on the Christmas tour some time with Dennis Haysbert. This guy's like with his grandfather. He's like an unbelievable actor. And John C. McGinley, who was in Scrubs.
Yeah.
He's been around the block. Gem of a guy. So this is a really big time for all of us.
Right.
How does it feel to be one of the faces of the network? Like, you're one of the more well-known faces, and now it's kind of just exploding in mainstream media and in everybody's lives. Like, everybody now knows Hallmark, right?
Right.
Everybody knows Hallmark movies, not just the brand. So how does it feel to be such a big part of that?
The more that I'm around everybody on these, for this Christmas tour, for example, fresh off of it, and being in front of fans, and realizing that it's like I'm a speck in this whole ocean of like these people that have made it what it is. Like I've done a lot of movies for them. I've been working for them for a long time. But when I'm standing next to Wes Brown, or standing next to Paul Campbell, or standing next to Tyler, or it's like everyone loves these individuals so much, and all the women, Nikki and Sarah Drew, and and Aaron Cahill and Kimberly Sustad, and like it's just as each movie does, each individual gives something a little different to fans. Fans, and that's why the overarching is like Hallmark is a brand in totality. It's not one-off movies. It's Tyler's Kansas City movie is incredible for us, all of us collectively. Yeah. It's amazing. Three Wise Men doing well back in 2022. That was incredible for the brand. Yeah. But then people got introduced to it, and then they started falling in love with Wes Brown, or falling in love with Lacey, or falling in love with Chris Palaha, or so look, it feels amazing to just as an actor, just to be wanted somewhere. Feels I feel like I've won the lotto, because and it just so happens to be for Hallmark, which is again double down. Like I can't believe I'm working for this incredible network. I always want to continue to work for this network.
Mhm.
If I'm given the opportunity for as long as I I can, I will continue to take these jobs and give people hopefully better and better work every single time. I'm trying to continuously better myself as an actor, as a person, and so I feel really privileged, you know.
Yeah, I love that. And I think people really, really, really relate to the content that's out there and identify with it. Um, so so you have been lucky enough to have 2 Christmas movies this year. So once again, what are the 2 movies that you have?
Jingle Bell Run and Three Wiser Men and a Boy.
All
Both,
right. Well,
both airing on Hallmark Channel.
yes.
Airing
Jingle
on
Bell
Hallmark
Run
Channel
is
on
November 16th.
November
Yeah.
16th,
Yep.
8/7 Central, that one, I believe.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
And then Three Wiser Men and a Boy on November 23rd
23rd.
and at 9/8 Central.
Yep. I have 8/7. So
8/7 Central as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Well,
what I
we are looking forward to them, and we know everybody else is.
And
Can
they're
you
going to be
get-
premiered on the cruise. Jingle Bell
Oh,
Run
yeah.
is going to be on cruise. Jingle Bell Run is going to be on cruise 1, and Three
Okay.
Wiser Men and a Boy is going to premiere on cruise 2.
Okay.
Well, that's exciting for everybody.
It's very
Yeah.
exciting.
Super exciting.
Yes. Now, is Ashley on cruise 1 or is
Ashley is on cruise 1, I believe.
we'll have to go back and look.
Who's
Okay.
there?
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you, Andrew, for being here. Can you leave us with one word, maybe one word to describe? Let's go with the Three Wiser Men and a Boy. Give us one word to describe the movie.
One word to describe the movie. Can it be 2 words?
2 words is
Sure.
perfect.
Two words. This is tough. This is tough. Mothers. I'm gonna say like 3 words or 4
Yeah.
words.
Yeah, there.
You can say as many as you want.
I would say give your mom a hug today.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's a great way. Well, thank you for joining us again, and we can't wait for your Christmas movies. People are very excited about this Christmas season.
Yes.
I think they should be. I'm very excited as well. Thank you so much, too, girls. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it
Anytime.
always.
Anytime.
And yeah, thank you. Lots of love to you too, and have so much fun over the holidays with your families and enjoy.
You too.
And
You
thank
too.
you, everybody, for watching. And we'll end the recording now. So bye.
Thanks.